Assessments. We have to give them. We have to know where our students are. And I want to provide you 3 alternative testing ideas that you could use in your classroom starting as soon as you would like. Do you want to improve your classroom management skills? Do you want to increase student engagement? How about amplifying student success? If these are things you're interested in, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Things That Work. Here they are, 3 alternative testing ideas. Number 1, and this could go 2 different directions, and that is conduct an interview. Now, I say conduct an interview, and it could be that the student interviews somebody else or another student, or the student interviews you about a topic that you have been teaching in class. This is one way to conduct the interview. Have them film the interview, have them video the interview, have them edit the interview, have them turn it into a project, and use that as an assessment. Another form of interview that could be used for an assessment is having the student come to you, sit across from you at the desk or sit next to you at a table, and interview the student on the information you want them to have. Actually have a conversation in which they apply the information that you have been teaching or the skills that you have been passing on to the students so that you can have first-hand knowledge of how well they are achieving mastery of what you are teaching. It works very well, and if you have the interview questions written out, you can score those questions as you go and come up with a grade for that assessment. Now, it is difficult to get every student in an interview situation like that, and this may work best in a situation where you have a student who's missed multiple days because of illness or surgery or family tragedy or something like that, but it is a way of handling the alternative assessment using an interview. Another possible method for doing an alternative assessment is to set up a YouTube exam. That's right, where you are actually giving questions, maybe similar to the interview we just talked about, where students have to respond in writing to these questions. Maybe they're questions in which they apply the skills you're teaching, where you are able to assess their knowledge based on their answers from the YouTube video. So they're actually watching the video, pausing between questions, and I would suggest placing a pause between questions. Hey, stop the video now, answer the question, and they're actually receiving, in a way, your instruction in another setting while they take this exam. Alternative number 3, have the students write the exam. I know, you're thinking, oh, they'll just write really simple questions. This does require that you teach students how to write a good multiple choice question, how distractors work, how the whole process of multiple choice testing works. Now, one of the benefits of doing this is once students learn the practice of writing good multiple choice questions, inadvertently, they learn how to answer good multiple choice questions. They learn what to look for. They learn how to better approach a test that has multiple choice questions. We have done this prior to our state exam every year, in which we teach students how to write multiple choice questions, and the students then in turn write questions that are used in other class periods. For instance, my first period class may write questions for my 6th period class, my second or third period for another class, and so on. They're not answering their actual questions. They are answering the questions from another class period. This also works very well not only for creating an exam, but also teaching students how exams are created, which in turn makes them better at taking exams in the future. These are 3 simple examples on how you can offer alternative exams. There are thousands of different ways to assess a student's learning. I suggest hitting the internet, using Google, and searching up alternative assessments. You will find list after list after list, some good, some bad, many with examples, so that you can better assess your students' learning. I enjoy learning with you, I enjoy teaching with you, and together we can take over the world.